Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for a cherry on top, and I'm sharing with you this cat multi-photo layout created using Gingham Garden by Crepe Paper and a die from Honeybee Stamps. So I have the papery set here. There are 200 pieces in this set, so they are perfect for layering. And I'm going to layer up those, I'm going to call them 4x6 size pieces, along with these 3 photos of Jasmine. There are 2 squares, I believe one's 3x3 and one is 2x2, and then a 3x4. I've fussy cut out all of those butterflies, or actually the yellow, the green, and the peachy pinks, and I'm going to use them to decorate this. It's kind of my breaking out of the box series in a way too, because it's very gritty, but we use the elements to soften the grid like effect. So I'm going to go ahead and commit to these pieces and glue them down. This collection is perfect for these photos because there's really not a lot of color in these photos. She is a tortoiseshell tabby with a white tuxedo, and really the only other color in there is blue. And so I like how the softness of these colors really soften the photos, sort of the harshness of the photos. So I also have the chipboard that I am working with this collection, and this chipboard is super heavy. This is some of the thickest chipboard I've ever worked with. So you definitely want to, especially if you store your albums vertically, you want to make sure that you use some additional adhesive on this chipboard. So you can see I have a frame that I have not backed because I'm going to use that green as the backing. So you saw that I shifted everything over. And now I want to find some of the pattern paper from the 6x8 pattern paper pad, because those are smaller designs that I will use to cut the greenery. So the name of this die is called Lovely Layers Spring Greenery, and if you follow my work, you know that I love having greenery. I use it for texture on my pages, for movement on my pages, and I have a few go-tos, and this is one of my new go-tos. So it didn't cut very well the first time, but if you slide the die in, you can kind of feel it snap into the depression in the paper, and so I am recutting it. And I forget that sometimes I need to run dies multiple times through, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have to remember that it's a roller, and sometimes the roller doesn't get into the depression of the die as cleanly as it needs to. You can also use foil to sharpen your dies. So I just run it through on foil instead of pattern paper, and that helps sharpen the die a little bit. You can use wax paper. That doesn't sharpen the die, but it helps it make it less sticky per se. So I'm using a fair number of the dies in a fair number of different color pieces of pattern paper to add some greenery to the florals that I want to use. So typically I would use florals, 3 florals. Here you can see I've only got 2, but I also have the flowers that are in that scalloped pattern paper behind that main 4x3 photo. So I really do have more than 3 florals, but what I'm using is my visual triangle here is the weight of those 3 chipboard pieces. And I know you only see 2, but there is, I promise you, a 3rd one that is coming. So see how this just adds a little bit more to the flower, as well as adds some fun dimension and texture to the page. I like my pages to be visually aesthetically pleasing and draw your attention while telling the story. So I like to be not only a storyteller but an artist, and so this is how I do that, is with textures, get that visual aesthetic in there. So there's the 3rd. See? Promise you, there's a third piece of chipboard. And so I am going to just literally use the adhesive on the chipboard as the adhesive that is going to adhere those. So they are stuck with the chipboard. And I don't put any additional adhesive because I want that movement of them on the page there. So you do have to be careful sliding your page into a page protector because it could get stuck. I kind of hold the page protector away. So I have divided up all of the bits and pieces in the papery collection. Know that that love and the yellow, I think it says love you. In fact, I know it says love you, that I'll layer underneath the love. It's actually washi. There's a paper backing, so it's a sticker, and it's got the consistency of washi. It's very thin, very, very thin. So if you want the white backing, you either need to back it on white paper and then fussy cut it, or leave the backing that's on there like I will do with those two pieces. There is a piece that I will pull the washi backing off of, the sticker backing, but I really like the white background, and honestly, I couldn't be bothered to fussy cut it. I do so much fussy cutting already that it's easier to just stick the whole thing down. Now, is that acid free? I don't really know, and honestly, I don't really care. It's not, well, I guess one of them is, no, they don't end up being directly on my photo, so I am not worried about it. So that's the one that I do pull off the backing to. Just to create a little more unity of the title into the page there. So I had really wanted to put a fun title to the layout. I had wanted to say me and my bag or something like that. But I don't know what it is with this cat. She loves crinkly things, paper bags, plastic bags. And so she's literally napping on a plastic bag. I think Mia's shoes are in it. She has a thing with Mia's shoes too. She loves shoes and plastic bags, and boxes, and paper bags. So, so I was going to put some sort of sassy title, but it would have, I didn't have room for it given all of what I've put on the page here. So these are the fussy cut butterflies. Again, I have just chosen the colors that I am working with on this particular page. And then I have the sticker book, and I will let you know that these are very thin stickers. Some of them are clear stickers as well. I'm going to sprinkle a bunch of those throughout the page. Again, more just for, because I have them, and I'm going to use them because I have them. Again, it has to go aesthetically with the page, but that's, I've just decided I can't hoard all this stuff. I don't need to hoard all of it. Use it. You bought it, use it. So off camera, I am going to add another floral, one of the clear floral stickers at the bottom of the page, and then just a thin strip of the gold foil, sort of peachy pink at the bottom, as well as a another one of the clear stars. It just, it grounds the page. I like something at least on one of the edges of the pages, one of the four edges of the page, and to me that's more of a grounding effect. I also feel like, unfortunately, the way I designed the page, things got skewed to the top, and by adding this little horizontal at the bottom, it balanced the page out much better. You'll see what I mean at the bottom in the close-ups there. So my title of the page doesn't end up being catchy or cute. It's just love, love you. And so that is what I'm working on here with the double-sided foam. So again, that is supposed to be a sticker, but I decided I want that white backing and didn't want to fussy cut it. So I'm just literally using the backing as the back of that word there. So between the sticker book, and then I also have the puffy stickers, which I'm not sure that I have used. No, I don't. Actually, I did use a few of them off camera. Just a few little bits and pieces because I have them and I can. I didn't put too many. It's kind of more just a sprinkling. They're almost like using mist and just putting a few dots in there. So I will link you in the description box down below to the blog post over on A Cherry on Top. Enjoy the close-ups. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the box down below. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you are doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.